All right, you may begin.
Could you state your name for the record?
Deputy Austin Spafford.
How are you employed?
I've been a deputy sheriff for the Burnett County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been so employed?
3 years, 7 months.
So you were so employed on November 23rd of last year?
Yes.
Were you and some other deputies called out to the village of Siren for a call?
Yes.
Which other deputies went out with you?
Deputy Bailey Mangan and Deputy Gavin Antone.
Okay. What was the call for?
It was a call about a disturbance at an apartment building.
Okay. Did you go to that apartment building?
Yes.
Where was it?
In the village of Siren in Burnett County.
Just could you say it real quick at the end there? It's in Burnett County?
Yep.
Okay. What did you do once you got there?
Me, Deputy Mangan, and Deputy Antone entered the apartment building. We made contact with the listed victim in this case on a stairwell, as well as her friend. Deputy Antone brought the other male friend into the hallway and spoke with him. And me and Deputy Mangan spoke with the alleged victim on the stairway.
Okay. Did you confirm she's the one who called the disturbance?
Yep.
How did that come?
Pause right here. This moment matters more than it sounds. When a victim is hesitant, emotional, and struggling to talk, that doesn't weaken a case. Legally, it often strengthens it. Trauma doesn't follow a script. Courts and juries are trained to understand that shock, fear, and confusion can delay disclosure. And notice this, officers don't push immediately. They give space. That restraint, it's intentional, and it's going to matter later when credibility gets challenged.
The friend off at his vehicle in Webster, Wisconsin, got back to the apartment, and the way she put it, he began to become, quote, aggressive, punching the walls, stuff like that. When we asked, what else happened, she said he grabbed her by the hair and threw her to the floor, which caused her pain, that she did not consent. When we got that, we thought it was best to give her some time, and she was very emotional. We went inside the apartment to speak with the defendant. We found him located in the bedroom, passed out on the bed.
Okay. What did you do next?
We woke the defendant up, tried to speak with him. I observed he was heavily intoxicated, so much so that for the first 5 or so minutes we were talking to him, he couldn't formulate a sentence.
When you say, I observed he was heavily intoxicated, what do you mean? What led you to that conclusion?
Slurred speech, glassy eyes, bloodshot eyes, the overwhelming odor of intoxicants just in the apartment building itself, or in the apartment itself. And then eventually, after Deputy Mangan was trying to communicate with that subject, we finally were able to get him to say that he was in his apartment, which we knew not to be true. We weren't getting anywhere trying to have a conversation with him. The decision was made to just place him under arrest for disorderly conduct at that point. Deputy Antone and Deputy Mangan escorted the defendant out of the building into a squad car. I then made contact with the alleged victim again in the stairway.
And how did that second contact with her go?
During my conversation with her, I did observe redness marks on each side of her neck. And in my training experience, I believe that's consistent with strangulation, choking of some sort. I asked her about it, and again, she was kind of hesitant to speak with me. But I asked about it again, and she said that the defendant had choked her. She said after he threw her to the floor, grabbed her by the hair and threw her to the floor, he got on top of her, put both hands around her neck and squeezed.
Did you ask her about whether or not this impaired any breathing?
Yes, she said. I asked her if she could breathe. She said she could not. I asked her if she lost consciousness. She was not sure, but she did state she could not breathe.
This is the turning point. Up until now, we're talking disorderly conduct, maybe a misdemeanor. But once someone says, I couldn't breathe and my vision went blurry, the legal stakes explode. In the eyes of the law, strangulation isn't about how long it lasted, it's about oxygen deprivation. That's why this instantly becomes a felony. And here's the chilling part. Strangulation cases are some of the strongest predictors of future lethal violence.
Move to strike, that seems like a medical conclusion without any foundation to have provided that conclusion.
I can rope around to that. Did you get any trainings in trying to find the symptoms of strangulation?
Yes, it's covered in the police academy and as well as just trainings at the sheriff's office. We have a form that we go over with part of our domestic abuse paperwork that covers strangulation and shows those symptoms as signs of strangulation.
So your belief that these are signs of strangulation are based on your training experience at the academy, trainings you've gotten at the sheriff's office, and what's on the sheets?
Yes.
All right, so that is, his objection is now sustained. I mean, overruled.
Okay. So what did you do next after that second contact with her?
I advised Deputy Mangan and Deputy Antone that we had enough for a strangulation charge, which is a felony, due to the defendant's level of intoxication. We were pretty sure the jail wouldn't accept him without medical clearance. Deputy Antone and Deputy Mangan transported the defendant to Burnett Medical Center.
Did you go with them?
I did not know.
Did they ever report to you afterwards how that went?
Like I said, I was not there, but they advised me he was very belligerent and uncooperative.
Okay. Did you see anything in the apartment to confirm what the victim was saying with the defendant going around hitting the walls?
Yes. When you enter the apartment, the best way to describe it is almost like a hallway. The wall to your right, if you're facing the apartment, runs all the way until it meets another wall. And then there's another shorter wall that then opens up to the kitchen dining room area. There were, I guess the best way to, it's almost like scratch marks where, like if somebody were to punch a wall, it would leave it left a mark on the wall in the paint. And that was up and down that entire right wall. I did ask her if those were there prior. She said they were not, and that she confirmed that was the area of the wall that the defendant was reportedly hitting.
Did you ask the victim if she could ascertain any reason why the defendant was acting in this way?
She had no idea. She said she's never seen him like this, and this was highly unusual to her. I did ask her if there was anything other than alcohol use, drugs, narcotics, anything like that, and she was not sure and said not that she knows of.
Okay. No other questions.
All right, Mr. Becker, questions?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Officer, you said that you were dispatched to a disturbance at the apartment, correct?
Yes.
Did dispatch relay to you the nature of the disturbance?
Just that the alleged victim had called, said the defendant was being, quote, aggressive, and that she wanted him removed.
Okay. So your understanding of the call was she only reported for the point of having him taken out of her apartment?
I have no idea why she called, but what was relayed to me is that he was being aggressive and that he needed to go.
She didn't at that time report anything physical in nature at all to dispatch, correct?
Not at that time, to my knowledge.
When you arrived with the two other deputies, you and Deputy Anton spoke with her for a period of time, correct?
Deputy Mangan and I.
Mangan, apologies. Anton spoke with a friend?
Yes.
Okay. And how long did it take you to get to the apartment after the call went out from dispatch?
We were north of Webster. We ran lights and sirens, so I'm estimating 10, 15 minutes at most. I would have to refer back to my report to know the exact time the call came in and time I arrived.
And while you didn't speak specifically with the friend, you're aware of the general conversation that was had with the friend?
I do not recall at this time exactly how that conversation went, but I was aware that he was not present for the actual disturbance. He arrived after.
Yeah. How did he arrive after? If you
In
know.
a vehicle. I would assume in a vehicle, but I guess I do not certain.
Apologies. That question wasn't that great. Why did he arrive? How did he come to arrive?
It's my understanding that the alleged victim had contacted him saying what was going on.
Do you know if that happened before or after she called 911?
I believe it was before.
The first time you spoke with, I believe her initials are NS.
Yep.
She only informed you about Mr. Belial hitting some walls and potentially pushing her to the ground, correct?
The way she said, grabbed her by the hair and threw her to the ground, but yes.
Okay. She didn't say anything at all about any incident involving her ability to breathe, correct?
Not at that time.
Okay. You and Deputy, is it Mangan? Did I say that right?
Mangan,
Mangan. Apologies. You and Deputy Mangan, how long was your conversation with her?
a few minutes. Like I said, she was very emotional and
And this is where people get confused. The judge is not deciding guilt today. No weighing credibility, no choosing sides. This is about plausibility. Could this have happened, based on the evidence, when viewed in the light most favorable to the state? The answer here was yes. That's why this case survives. From this point on, the real battle moves to a jury, where every pause, every delay, and every inconsistency will be argued in slow motion.
no shoes on, but fully clothed, I believe.
After you removed Mr. Belial from the apartment, you spoke with the victim, the alleged victim again?
Yep,
You said at that time you observed some redness on her neck, is that right?
yes,
And you observed that her eyes were bloodshot?
yes,
You testified earlier that Mr. Belial's eyes were bloodshot too, correct?
yes,
And because his eyes were bloodshot, you believed him to be heavily intoxicated. In part, to be fair, there were other reasons why you thought that, but that was a predominant factor, correct?
yes.
Was the alleged victim intoxicated as well?
I'm not certain. I know she had been drinking, but at the level of intoxication, I have no idea.
And so bloodshot eyes are a symptom, an indicator that law enforcement uses when assessing if someone is intoxicated, correct?
Yes,
So and that's something that law enforcement relies on every single day as an indicator of impairment, correct?
yes.
Did you have any other indicators of impairment related to the alleged victim?
The alleged victim, odor of intoxicants coming from her person. When it comes to slurred speech, I don't know. Like I said, she was crying.
In your experience, are people highly emotional when they get intoxicated?
Sometimes,
You said you pointed out the redness on her neck to her, correct?
I asked about it, yes.
And that at first she didn't want to talk about that at all or report anything to you, correct?
Yes, when I first brought it up, she didn't say anything. And then I asked again, and that's when she told me.
Okay. So it took basically until a fourth inquiry for her to report any form of a strangulation, suffocation type of incident?
I guess if you want to put it that way, yes.
You said that, or you testified that the alleged victim told you she had never seen Mr. Belial like this before, correct?
Yes,
Implicit in that is that they have a relationship of some kind, correct?
sure, yeah.
Did she outline to you how long she's known him or in what capacity she's known him?
Not to my knowledge, no.
You don't know if she outlined that to any other officers on scene either?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Just that she'd never seen him like that before or known him to be like that.
Correct. And that they weren't in a domestic relationship.
Gotcha. And overall, the reason Mr. Belial was there is because she offered for him to stay at her apartment that evening, correct?
Yes,
And that they had met on a social occasion with, you know, some friends of friends or mutual friends or whatever it may be.
yes.
Did she outline that it was kind of a planned meetup between everybody collectively?
That I do not recall. I don't know if it was planned to meet up or if they just ran into each other. I have no idea.
That's all I have. Thank you, Judge.